Hello, in this video we're going to be sharing in a given ratio. So the objective here is to share an amount in a given ratio by finding the value of one part. So here's an example. We need to share £40 in the ratio 3 to 5. So the ratio 3 to 5 tells us that for every £8, one person gets £3 and another person gets £5. But we don't have £8, we have £40 that we're trying to share. So instead of doing 8, we need to scale the ratio up to 40. So to get from 8 to 40, we times by 5. So I need to do 3 times 5 and 5 times 5. So 3 times 5 is 15 and 5 times 5 is 25. So that tells us that one part is £15 and the other part is worth £25. So in other words, if we were sharing between two people, one person would get £15 and the other person would get £25. Here's another example. So we're sharing 90 sweets in the ratio 2 to 4 to 3. So 2 to 4 to 3 tells us that for every 2 plus 4 plus 3 is 9. So that tells us that for every 9 sweets, one person gets 2, another person gets 4, and a third person gets 3. But we don't have 9 sweets, we have 90 sweets. So we need to scale the ratio up. So to get from 9 to 90, we times by 10. So I'm going to times each of the parts by 10. So I get 20, 40, and 30. So if I'm sharing them between people, one person gets 20, one person gets 40 sweets, and the other person gets 30 sweets. Here's another example. So two people share £72 in the ratio 5 to 7. How much does each person receive? So I've got person 1 and person 2 getting 5 to 7. So if I add these, that's 12 parts in total. So that tells us for every £12 shared, one person gets £5 and the other person gets £7. But we're not sharing £12, we're sharing £72. So we need to scale the ratio up. So to get from 12 to 72, we times by 6. So I need to multiply each of these two parts by 6. So 5 times 6 is 30 and 7 times 6 is 42. So that tells us that one person gets £30 and the other person gets £42. So here's another example. It says a rope of length 84 centimetres is cut in the ratio 3 to 4. Find the length of each piece. So again, we have 3 to 4. So that tells us that for every 7 centimetres, one part is 3 centimetres long and the other part is 4 centimetres long. But we don't have a rope of length 7 centimetres. We have a rope of length 84 centimetres. So I need to scale this ratio up by multiplying by 12 because 12 times 7 is 84. So I'm going to multiply both of the parts by 12. So 3 times 12 is 36 and 4 times 12 is 48. So that tells us that one of the pieces are 36 centimetres and the other piece is 48 centimetres. So here are some quick fire practice questions on this topic. Pause the video, have a go at these, and I'll reveal the answers in a moment. Okay, so well done if you managed to have a go at those. I've just displayed the answers on the screen, and that's everything for this video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in another video. Bye!